कृष्ण। हरे राम हरे राम राम हरे। तो परम करुण We'll sing a song from by Lochan Das Thakur. Shri Shri Gaura Nityananda Herdaya. Parama Karuna Pahudui Jana Nitai Gaura Chandra. Parama Karuna Parama Karuna Pahudoi Jananitai Gaura Chandra. Sabay avataran sara shiromani Kevalananda Chandra. Sabhayavatara sara shiromani Kevalananda Kanda. Sabhayavatara Kevalananda Kanda. Kevalananda Bhajo Bhajo Bhai Chaitanya Nitai Sudrida Vishwasa Kore. Bhajo Bhajo Bhai Chaitanya Nitai Sudrida. Bhajo Bhajo Bhai Chaitanya Nitai Sudrida Vishwasa Kore. Vishaya Chariyan Sera se majhiya muke bolo Hari Hari. Vishaya chadiya sera se majhiya muke bolo. Vishaya chariya sera se majhiya muke bolo Hari Hari. Muke bolo Hari Hari. Muke bolo Hari. Dekho re bhai tribhuvane nai emono dayala data. Dekho re bhai देखो रे भाई त्रिभुवनेना यमुना दयाल दाता देखो रे भाई पशु पक्षी जोरे पाषाण वेदरे सुनि जार गुण गाता पशु पक्षी जोरे पशु पक्षी जोरे पाषाण वेदरे सुनि जार गुण गाता पशु पक्षी जोरे संसारे माजिया रोहिली पोरियस से पदे नाही लो आशा संसारे माजिया संसारे माजिया रोहिली पोरिया से पदे नाही लो आशा संसारे माजिया आपन कर्म बुंजाय समना कोहोय लोचन दासा आपन आपन कर्म बुंजाय समन कोहोय लोचन दासा बुंजाय समन कोहोय लोचन दासा परम करुणा बहुदोई जना निताय गौर चंदा परमा परम करुणा बहुदोई जना निताय गौर चंदा परम हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe, Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva, Subhadramaya Jaya Sudarshana, Jaya Jagannatha. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Lochan Das Thakur ki jai. Translation, please.
The two Lords Krishna and Lord Chaitanya are very effective. They are the essence of all incarnation, the specific conditions of this incarnation is that they introduce the process of chanting and chanting that leads to individual.
My dear brother, I request you that you just worship Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda.
ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्-भागवतम की जय. Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, first canto, chapter 17, text number 20. Chapter entitled Punishment and Reward of Kali. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayet. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Bhagavati ruttamaśloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namah Pankajanabhaya Namah Pankajamaline Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. Please repeat. Apratarkyat anirdeshyat iti keshu api nischaya atra anurupam rajarshe vimarsha sva manisaya apratarkyad anirdeshyad anirdeshyad iti keshvapi nishtayah iti keshvapi nishtayah atranurupam rajarshe vimarshasva manishaya apratarkyad anirdeshyad iti keshvapi nishtayah atranurupam rajarshe vimarshasva manishaya. Please repeat. Apratarkyad anirdeshyad iti keshvapi nishtayah atranurupam rajarshe vimarshasva manishaya apratarkyad anirdeshyad iti keshvapi nischayah atranurupam rajarshe vimarshasva manishaya apratarkyad anirdeshyad iti keshvapi nischayah atranurupam rajarshe विमर्शस्व मनीषया अप्रतर्क्यादनिर्देश्याद् इति केष्वपि निश्चयः अत्रानुरूपं राजर्षे विमर्शस्व मनीषया. माताजी's. अप्रतर्क्यादनिर्देश्यात् इति केष्वपि निश्चयः अत्रानुरूपं राजर्षे विमर्शस्व मनीषया. अप्रतर्क्यादनिर्देश्यात् इति केष्वपि निश्चयः अत्रानुरूपं राजर्षे विमर्शस्व मनीषया. अप्रतर्क्यादनिर्देश्यात् इति केष्वपि निश्चयः अत्रानुरूपं राजर्षे विमर्शस्व मनीषया. Word to word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Word to word meaning, apratarkyat, beyond the power of reasoning. Anirdeshyat, beyond the power of thinking. Iti, thus. Keshu, someone. Api, also. Nishchayaha, definitely concluded. Atra, herein. Anurupam, which of them is right? Rajarshe, O sage amongst the kings. Vimarsha, judge yourself. Sva, by your own. Manishaya, power of intelligence. Translation. There are also some thinkers who believe that no one can ascertain the cause of distress by argumentation, nor know it by imagination, nor express it by words. O sage amongst kings, judge for yourself by thinking over all this with your own intelligence. Purport. The Vaishnavites, the devotees of the Lord, do believe, as above explained, that nothing can take place without the sanction of the Supreme Lord. He is the Supreme Director, for He confirms in the Bhagavad Gita 15.15. What is the verse? Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matta smritir gnanam apohanam cha vedeshu sarvam ahameva vedya vedanta krit veda videha chaham. That He, as all pervading Paramatma, stays in everyone's heart and keeps vigilance over all actions and witnesses all activities. The argument of the atheist that one cannot be punished for one's misdeeds unless proved before a qualified justice is refuted herein. For we accept the perpetual witness and constant companion of the living being. A living being may forget all that he might have done in his past or present life. But one must know that in the same tree of the material body, the individual soul and the supreme soul as Paramatma are sitting like two birds. One of them, the living being, is enjoying the fruits of the tree, whereas the Supreme Being is there to witness the activities. Therefore, the Paramatma feature, the Supreme Soul, is actually the witness of all activities of the living being. And only by his direction can the living being remember or forget what he might have done in the past. He is therefore both the all-pervading impersonal Brahman and the localized Paramatma in everyone's heart. He is the knower of all past, present and future, and nothing can be concealed from him. The devotees know this truth, and therefore Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki jai, Shri Shri Gaurnita ki jai. The devotees know this truth, and therefore they discharge their duties sincerely without being overly anxious for rewards. Besides that, one cannot estimate the Lord's reactions either by speculation or by scholarship. Why does he put some into difficulty and not others? He is the supreme knower of the Vedic knowledge, and thus he is the factual Vedantist. At the same time, he is the compiler of the Vedanta. No one is independent of him, and everyone is engaged in his service in different ways. In the conditioned state, such services are rendered by the living being under force of the material nature. Whereas in the liberated state, the living being is held by the spiritual nature in the voluntary loving service of the Lord. There is no incongruity or inability in his actions. All are on the path of absolute truth. Vyasadeva correctly estimated the inconceivable actions of the Lord. The conclusion is, therefore, that the sufferings of the representative of religion and the representative of the earth, as present before Maharaja Pariksit, were planned to prove that Pariksit Maharaj was the ideal executive head, because he knew well how to give protection to the cows, the earth, and the Brahmanas, religious principles, the two pillars of spiritual advancement. Everyone is under the full control of the Lord. He is quite correct in his action when he desires something to be done by someone, irrespective of the consideration of the particular case. Maharaj Pariksit was thus put to test for his greatness. Now let us see how he solves it by his sagacious mind. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapadagamulam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamshcha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamshcha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prem Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauravishaya Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sate Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vacham Pangam Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinadarinam Shri Paramananda Madham Shri Krishna Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Srimate Bhakti Vikas Hare Krishna. Welcome you all for today's Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class, and I beg mercy from all the Vaishnavas for speaking something from this message of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Apratarkhyad anirdeshyad iti keshvapi nishchayah atranurupam rajarsi vimarshasva manishaya. Translation once more. There are also some thinkers who believe that no one can ascertain the cause of distress by argumentation, nor know it by imagination, nor express it by words. O sage amongst kings, judge for yourself by thinking over all this with your own intelligence. Hare Krishna. So, since past three verses, so dharma in the form of a bull with only one leg is speaking to Pariksit Maharaj, explaining about the cause of distress caused for them. The earth personified is the cow, and the bull personified is Dharma. Yes. So that's why this sloka starts by Dharma Uvacha. So we'll read the sloka, the translation of this, the starting words of Dharma. The personality of religion said, these words just spoken by yourself, you befit a person of the Pandava dynasty, captivated by the devotional qualities of the Pandavas. Even Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead, performed duties as a messenger. O greatest amongst human beings, it is very difficult to ascertain the particular miscreant who has caused our sufferings, because we are bewildered by all the different opinions of theoretical philosophers. So here, Dharma says that it is very difficult to ascertain our cause of sufferings, because everyone in this world are bewildered by different theories why we are actually suffering. They have different sources of knowledge to understand these things. And the next verse, next sloka. Some of the philosophers who deny all sorts of dualities declare that one's own self is responsible for his personal happiness and distress. Others say that superhuman powers are responsible, while yet others say that activity is responsible. So some say, as this world is full of dualities, and some they reject the dualities. So they deny all of dualities and declare that I am the only responsible person for all my suffering. And some say it is by superhuman power, some power is there which is causing us to suffer and which is causing us to give happiness. While others say that the activity is responsible, that karma, by our activities we are getting the results of our activity, of our karma. And the gross materialist maintain that nature is the ultimate. And the very gross materialists in this material world, they say that because of this nature, I am getting troubles, sufferings. And in today's verse, you can see there are also some thinkers who believe that no one can ascertain the cause of distress by argumentation, nor know it by imagination, nor express it by words. O sage amongst kings, judge for yourself by thinking over all this with your own intelligence. So, Dharma in the form of a bull is saying that that there are some people in this world who believe that there is no one to ascertain the cause of distress. No. Some they say, some philosophers, some they say that there is, we cannot express it. We cannot say, no, this is the cause of my suffering exactly. And we cannot imagination, or by imagination we cannot say that no, this is the cause of my suffering. No. And they say that we cannot express it by words also. So this is the statement said by Dharma. So he's saying that you judge yourself, you think over this yourself, saying to Pariksit Maharaj. So you can see in the purport what Srila Prabhupada writes, that devotees of the Lord, the Vaishnavites, do believe, as above explained, that nothing can take place without the sanction of the Supreme Lord. He is the Supreme Director, for He confirms in the Bhagavad Gita. So whatever one may say, whatever one may think in this material world, Srila Prabhupada, the first statement only, he confirms that Krishna is actually the sanctioner. And the verse also is given here. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matta smritir gnanam apohanam cha vedesh sarvair ahameva veda vedanta krit veda videha chaham. So Krishna is saying in this verse that I am seated in everyone's heart. I am seated in every living being's heart. And I am the director. I am the sanctioner. I am the witnesser. Upadrishtaha Hanumantaha. This is what Paramatma does. Upadrishtaha means witnessing, and Hanumantaha means sanctioning, granting whatever we are desiring. So he is the Supreme Director, for he comes in the Bhagavad Gita 15.15 that he is the all-pervading Paramatma, stays in everyone's heart and keeps vigilance over all actions and witnesses all activities. So there is no need of any argumentation, or there is no need of any imagination, or we cannot say that cannot be expressed by words, as there are so many other theologists or speculators, they say about this, they speak about these things, that our cause of suffering is by our own actions. That is the fact actually. According to scriptures, whatever action we perform, we get the result and reactions for our actions. And they speculate in many ways. Like it was given in the previous verse, that some declare that one's own self is responsible. Some say that, no, I am responsible. And some say, yes, you are responsible, but why you are responsible? Because we are independent. We have independence in this conditioned soul have independence to act as he likes. Srila Prabhupada gives example that when somebody is traveling in the train, he has independence. He can either stay in the train safely, travel to his destination, or he has independence to just jump out of the train. So that much freedom is given. So what all actions we perform, so we are actually, our self is responsible in that way. And this body is given for, especially this material body, will only cause distress to the conditioned soul. But actually, conditioned soul is bewildered by Maya, by the threefold miseries. The body is given distress. But the conditioned soul is thinking that, no, actually I am getting happiness in this material world. So that is illusion actually, that is Maya. So others say that superhuman powers are responsible. The three modes of nature are there to control us. Sometimes we fall into mode of ignorance and we perform activities, actions in that mode. Sometimes we perform activities in the mode of Rajoguna, when we fall into mode of Rajoguna. Sometimes we do activities in Sattvaguna. Sometimes, many of the time these three are mixed. You can see, I witnessed one incident when I was distributing books. One person, he was smoking cigarette, and some beggar, he was walking by, and he takes some, he was, giving some donation to that, giving some money to that beggar. So he's doing some activity which is very low, smoking, and he is also, he has some tinge of Sattvaguna. Okay, somebody is suffering, so let me help him something. So this is mixture. So by these mixtures of these three modes of material nature, we perform our activities, and accordingly, the material nature, prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. So Krishna is actually the controller of prakriti. Maya dakshena prakriti, Maya dakshena prakriti suyate cha characharam hetunanena kaunteya jagadvip parivartate. So Krishna says in this verse that I am actually the controller of prakriti. Some they are bewildered. Actually, this nature is causing me troubles. In this way, the bull is giving different argument here. Reasoning about the suffering and happiness of the caused to oneself, or this is an very philosophical statements which the Dharma is speaking here about the happiness and distress of caused to oneself. And others say that one's own activity. Definitely karma. It's very difficult to understand, ascertain how the karma works in this material world. It is said that Guru Tattva, Shiva Tattva, and about karma, to understand the karma mimamsa, it's given by karma mimamsa is given by yesterday's verse, it was there. Jaimini. So it is very difficult to understand the actions, how it works. It is said that the children who take birth to the parents, it is said that if somebody is indebted to them in their past life, so they take birth as their children, and now in this life they are personally taking care of them and spending all their energy, all their money, everything, all their intelligence to take care of them. So like this, there's the karma. We don't know how the activities, how the karma works to us. Now suddenly the actions and some actions which we perform in our past life, suddenly the reactions, they appear in front of us, and we cannot accept them so easily. Immediately we blame. Somebody is suffering, immediately they blame God. God is why he is. I am such a nice person. You may be good person in this life, but in the past you have done so many nonsense things, and now you are suffering for that. But now what they do, they blame God. So once I was distributing books, home to home, door to door. So I approached one house, and one old lady came out, and I asked her. She looked very distressed. By her face, I could understand she's very, in some sorrow. And now I showed her Bhagavad Gita, and her first statement was, from yesterday I stopped, not from yesterday, from 1 week I stopped believing in God. I said, what's wrong? What happened? And she said, my granddaughter, she left her body. So how merciless is God? She was like blaspheming God like anything. I was unable to hear the words. So she had such attachment, and she lost her granddaughter, and she is now blaming. So who is responsible for this? Who is actually responsible for this? It's not superior power. It's our own actions actually, our own karma. Somebody is suffering. We can say that Dhritarashtra's case. He has to perform punya for how many lifetimes? It said 50? 50 lifetimes he has to perform some pious activities to get 100 sons. And even he got 100 sons, and how they are? What kind of nature they are? Completely demonic. You can see. So like this, how it is said in Padma Purana. What is that verse? Kutam bijam phalam mukam. How it starts? Aprarabdha phalam papam Kutam bijam phalon mukam kramenaiva praliyeta Vishnu bhakti ratatmana. It says aprarabdha phalam papam. So prarabdha, aprarabdha. So all our actions, the example is given. They are like farmer stores the rice. The villages we see like kind of huts. So from the top, they put all the new rice, and what they take the old rice from below, from down, and they use the old rice. So similarly, what all actions we perform in the past lives. So all the actions, they are fructifying slowly, gradually. They are fructifying. Some actions will give immediate results, and some actions, they are stored. They are waiting actually behind. And kutam bijam phalon mukam. By like kuta means just the seedling, bija, then becomes bija. Then we get the results. So gradually, just like a plant, how it grows. So kuta and bijam and it gives the fruits. So similarly, our actions, when we perform, so we will get the fruits of that. But this can be completely eradicated, completely be removed by Vishnu Bhakti Ratatmana, by practicing devotional service unto Lord Sri Krishna. One can remove the kuta, bija, everything, aprarabdha, all this, everything are finished completely. Not even, sometimes Srila Prabhupada gives example that sometimes devotees also suffer, isn't it? Devotees also get sufferings. So Srila Prabhupada gives an example. Yes, when the fan, it rotates, so when we switch off the fan, still, it has some motion. It has some inertia. Yeah, it still rotates. So similarly, devotees' suffering is like, it's going to finish very soon. It's going to, just like the fan is going to stop at some point. So devotees also, their suffering is very, it's very minute actually. It's not big suffering. So we no need to bother, why I am put in so much trouble, why I am suffering. Devotees no need to bother, because they are under protection of Krishna personally. Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashati. So I take care of my devotees personally. Even if they fall down, no, they come back again, Krishna says. No. Even if they do some very, no, very sinful activities, but still they come back to me. Still they are considered my sadhus. Krishna says. So there is no need to worry much. Because of immaturity, some may think, no, even after practicing so many years, no, I am suffering. There was one example, one devotee, all the family members, they were devotees. And suddenly there was some big problem, no, some big health issue. No, the doctor said, you may, no, if you don't follow what I say, no, you may leave your body. So she has to eat meat to, no, survive. I mean, survive her life. So she didn't took any guidance. So devotees are there for guidance, for helping us. So she just was mentally thinking, no, I have to save my life. No. She just forgot Krishna, that Krishna is there to protect it. Even if she leaves body by chanting Hare Krishna, no, it's better leave body than to, no, do what, no, which is not doable for a devotee. No, eat meat. But she just left everything, chanting, and, no, whole family gradually, no, stopped coming to temple, associating with devotees. No. And at some point, once I visited their home, and they were preaching me. Ulta, they were preaching me. I gave them some books, requested them, no, to come back, no, start again. And they started preaching me, Shiva is supreme. Who said Krishna is supreme? So this is how, you know. So when we actually associate with devotees and hear from devotees regularly, even if you are in distress, even if you are in very hardcore struggling problem, if we take association of devotees, if we do our routine devotional activities, if we stick to that, our devotional activities, then there is no worries. Krishna will take care. Devotees will help us, actually. Krishna will help us. And Srila Prabhupada books will help us. No, just we have to read every day without fail. Even if you sit for half an hour, no, all our distress from our mind, all our disturbances, bodily disturbances, mental disturbances, everything is removed. Just if you take association of devotees, hear from devotees, and read Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and hear. We have that experience. Devotees have that experience. When we, then why we are here otherwise? For discussing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, for hearing about Krishna. Then no karma will cause us suffering. Then we accept all this. Even a big trouble comes, we will accept it. We will not blame Krishna. We will not, because we have that knowledge that Krishna is actually the sanctioner. He is the witnesser. He is seated as Paramatma in our hearts, and He is seeing us, how we are, practicing, how we are always thinking about Him and remembering Him. So He knows what we are actually. But we have to be sincere for this. Then we can understand what Paramatma is actually, wanted us to do. Otherwise, there are two things which are running in ourselves. Paramatma is helping us, and mind also is disturbing us. Because now our mind is not our friend. What is that word? Udaret Atmanam. Sorry? Atmanam? Sorry, I, so yeah, so there Krishna says in that verse that mind, if mind is not your friend, then it will put us into very deluded condition, confusing condition. And when mind is our friend, then we get elevated. So we have to make our mind, chant Hare Krishna. We have to make our mind in such a way that we cannot escape from devotees. We cannot escape from the association of devotees. And because mind always gives so many things, because this material world is already complicated, and mind will make more complications. It will give so many ideas for enjoyment in this material world. But we should always hear Paramatma. Immediately when mind says something, immediately Paramatma, if you are planning to do what mind says, immediately Paramatma will guide us. Devotees will have that experience. Paramatma will say, no, please don't do that. Please don't engage in such activity. Immediately Paramatma will guide us. Krishna is there. He is guiding us. So this much Shraddha we should have actually. That Krishna is the protector. Krishna is taking care of us. Rakshishite iti vishwasho gotrutve varanam tata atma nikshepa karpanye shadvira sharanagati. So at least we have to actually we don't have that such Shraddha that completely depend that Krishna is actually completely taking care of us. Only the pure devotees, they have such surrender to Krishna. At least we have to associate with devotees who have such surrender, complete surrender to the lotus feet of Krishna, and hear from them. Then gradually we develop such surrender. Because now we are not fully surrendered actually. We have devotee attire and everything. We are following everything, but still our Shraddha is not in a perfected stage. Our Shraddha is very minute actually, very minute. So we have to regularly hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Shrinvata Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridyantastha Abhadrani Vidinoti Suhat Shrutam. So when we regularly hear from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, then all our anarthas, all our previous anarthas are gradually they go. Then the pure form of love towards Krishna, that pure love is already there within us. It will get awakened. Because it is there, so we are still trying to relish it, trying to, Krishna every day he gives some rasa to us when we practice devotion service. Because we develop taste, so Krishna always keeps us. But we have to endeavor ourselves also. We should not completely depend on Krishna for this. So when we endeavor sincerely, when we, without any attachment for other worldly things, when we only get attached to Krishna and devotional service, then all the suffering which is coming to us, it can be understood that this is by my previous action. We will not blame anyone. We will not blame any person in this world. We blame ourselves. It's all me. I am actually that fool who have committed something that is coming back to me again. So I will read here the purport. The devotees know the truth that Krishna He knows all past, present and future, and nothing can be concealed from him. The devotees know this truth, and therefore they discharge their duties sincerely, without being overly anxious for rewards. Besides that, one cannot estimate the Lord's reactions, either by speculation or by scholarship. Why does he put someone into difficulty and not others? Why somebody is not suffering and somebody is suffering in this world? So we cannot speculate this. We cannot, by some scholars, there are so many scholars who will discuss about these things. But by this, one cannot understand. At the same time, he is the compiler of Vedanta. No one is independent of him, and everyone is engaged in his service in different ways. In the conditioned state, such services are rendered by the living being under the force of material nature, whereas in the liberated state, the living being is held by the spiritual nature in the voluntary loving service of the Lord. So now we are in a Baddha state. So in the conditioned state, so we have to do this we should not come under the influence of this material nature, three modes of material nature. We have to come to the mode of Sattva-guna for performing devotional service. When we are in Sattva-guna, then it is easier. When we are in Rajo-guna and Tamo-guna, then we cannot develop taste for the devotional activities. Whereas the liberated state, living being, so because it's in a liberated state, it's our natural instinct to perform devotional service to the Lord. So we do it naturally when we come to that state. That is ruchi. When we develop taste for devotional service, then automatically, without chanting, we cannot live. Without taking darshan of the Lord, our day will not. We will be completely attached with the devotional activities, namely Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. The conclusion is therefore that the sufferings of the representative of religion and the representative of the earth as present before Maharaj Pariksit were planned to prove that Maharaj Pariksit was the ideal executive head, because he knew well how to give protection to the cows and the brahmanas, religion, the two pillars of spiritual advancement. Everyone is under the full control of the Lord. He is quite correct in his action when he desires something to be done by someone, irrespective of the consideration of particular case. Maharaj Pariksit was thus put to test for his greatness. So here Srila Prabhupada writes that cow protection and protecting brahmanas are the two pillars for spiritual advancement. So nobody is not independent, completely independent. So we are all completely controlled by the Lord. And the only minute independence, which is the independence given to the conditioned soul, is with us. So with this independence, we have not to divert our actions towards this material world, towards this world, which is temporary. This independence is to divert our actions towards devotional service, towards Krishna. Hare Krishna. Any questions, comments? Any more discussions with somebody have? Something you want to discuss more on this?
One I think read also and heard also in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, there is a, as you said that in the previous life whom we are indebted to, they come as a family members and relatives.
Yeah.
And even I heard like that even those who are enemies in the past life, they come as relatives and family members in this.
Enemies, yeah.
Yeah. And in 5th canto it is written like that.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes people ask that why don't we remember our lives? So this is the fact. If we remember our lives and the past life, and we think, okay, they are the enemies in our past life, how can we cannot remain
Yeah.
only with them. So.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
So, if the reactions of this life is based on the previous life actions, then coming to Krishna consciousness is also based on the previous life actions?
Yes. It is said that because of our bhakti sukriti, we have gained some bhakti sukriti from the previous life. So, it may be some percentage. If somebody is coming to devotional service by birth, it means that he is almost finishing the century. If somebody is coming to devotional service in the mid-age, it means that he has another 50% to perform. If somebody is coming in the old age, it means that he has some sukruti. Somebody may gain sukriti in this life itself. That is the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, special mercy. As we sung the song, Parama Karuna Pahu Dui Jana. So Gaur Nitai, they have special mercy. That's why this chanting and dancing, we do outside also. We have to do Nagar Sankirtan. When people see this, somebody may take some book, take prasadam. In the same life itself, they are getting Harinam, prasadam, and seeing devotees. So in the same life also, that is a special mercy of Gaur Nitai. So they come to devotional service. So can be past life sukriti also.
So, if that is past life Sukriti, then I could see devotees going across the street and doing this prachar of the Lord. So, when it is already written in the past life actions, from the past life action, if they come to Krishna consciousness, then why we are doing this Sankirtan and all this?
I didn't get you.
I mean, from the past life actions, if people come to Krishna consciousness,
then
then
why
what is
to
why to do the Sankirtan movement on all that when it is already written?
Actually, you see that Krishna Prema is already within everyone. Just we have to awaken it. So how to awaken it? Jeev jago. Gaura chand bole, kota nidra maya jale, pisachi rakho. So we have to wake up them. Everybody is sleeping in this material world, on the lap of Maya. So how to wake up? By giving Hare Krishna mantra, chanting Hare Krishna mantra loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that is the only way. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, kalo nastyeva gatiranyata. So.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Radhakant Prabhu.
Material previous life activities are nothing to do with the bhakti. Bhakti is independent. So, in the previous life, if you would have done bhakti, that will be in your account, and that account will be revived. Like, you might, even if you forget, Krishna will not forget. So Krishna will send someone, अरे यार तुम्हारे पास ये अकाउंट में बैलेंस है, और जमा करना है तो और कमा लो. So Krishna will facilitate that. So Harinam and all this book distribution, all these things are facilitation for increasing their asset value. Otherwise, our activities, our karmas have got nothing to do with bhakti. Even a sinful of the sinful person also may have some account balance. And by doing bhakti, he can nullify that sin. That's a different thing altogether. But bhakti account, karma account, दोनों अलग अलग अकाउंट्स हैं हमारे पास, अलग अलग बैंक में है, बैंक भी डिफरेंट है ऐसा. So इसलिए we should not be so much fussy about previous life and karma and that and this, but abhi we should live in current. Abhi मैं क्या भक्ति कर सकता हूँ, that one is as an part of knowledge we can learn those things, but practically now what I can do, that's more important.
Now to you, Prabhu.
Prabhupada was asked by his disciples, Prabhupada, that we have come to Krishna consciousness. We don't know anything of Krishna before. Now we have come and we are practicing. Is it because that in our previous lives, there is a shloka in Bhagavad Gita that one who has become a devotee, one who is chanting Krishna's name in this life, in his previous life he has performed all the austerities, all the charities, all the sacrifices, all the shastrics, Veda Adhyayana, everything is done. Only he can utter the holy name of the Lord. So when disciples asked Prabhupada, is it due to that because in our previous lives we have done or means we have gone through all these things, this lifetime we have come to your lotus feet and we are practicing Krishna consciousness. So then Prabhupada, he said, no, it's my mercy, he said. So even though one may not have anything of any sukurti or completely sinless, pura, what is that, Hunandra, Pulinda Pulkasha, Abhira, there is Yavana, Chandala, Mlecha, whatever, he is fit for nothing and he is bum. Anyway, now it is mercy. It is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's and Nityananda Prabhu's special mercy that they are there for Kali Yuga people. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, they are exclusively for Kali Yuga people. Those are most trodden. It has no way in any connection with whether you have pious credits, nothing. Simply, we are distributing the mercy in the form of the holy name, books and prasadam. Whoever comes, Prabhupada writes in the light of Bhagavat that why is pure devotee of the Lord so great? He says, Krishna has rejected these rebellious souls. But pure devotee is so great, he even shows mercy to a person who has been rejected by Krishna. So even though if Krishna doesn't want us, a pure devotee will see that we get the mercy and we come back to Krishna. So that's how it has no connection with any. Of course, there may be, as you have said, there may be some continuation from previous life can be there. Or some sukurti may be counted, but that is not the main criteria to enter or practice devotional service. This is what my understanding is. If there is any correction, someone can correct.
I also feel that when we chant Hare Krishna loudly, so naturally, some people who don't have any connection with Krishna consciousness, they immediately, the soul, we can see that they do some dance. In the West, actually, they come and dance also. They don't have any connection with Krishna consciousness, any background. They come and dance. So this chanting of Hare Krishna, this is natural, it's a nature for the condition, I mean the Atma. Actually. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So my question is, it's regarding to Prabhuji's given some comments. It's about karma account and bhakti account. If we do bhakti, the account will be increased. If we do karma, we are doing karma also. So in that karma also increasing. So we say like there is a good karma and bad karma. So in that both accounts, so good karma will increase, the bad karma will becoming zero, or it will be continue.
Karma account is different, bad karma account is different. Yeah, both are different accounts. Yeah, you will enjoy more and you will suffer more if you are doing both more. Then you will enjoy more. You will enjoy more. But actually we should understand one thing. In the material world, every action will have some fault. You know, there will be some fault in our action. We want to do everything good, but there can be some mistake in that, and then we, like Nriga Maharaja's story, right? He will give thousands and thousands of cows to the Brahmanas. But one cow comes from this herd to another herd. It comes back to the king's herd, and then king again gives it to another Brahmana. Now you see, king didn't have any intention to do any mistake. He was such a pious king, but still he did a mistake, and for that he will become a lizard. You know. So this is the nature of material world. That's why we should not be so fussy about good karma, bad karma, bhakti. We should connect all our karmas and make them into bhakti. Every karma, do it as a yagna. Yagna arthat karmano nyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. So like that we should practice in our life. Then we will not be in material platform, we will rise, elevate. You know, it requires some art of, we should practice that, art of living.
So Prabhupada said, good karma or bad karma, it is wet stool and dry stool. What is the big deal if you have a wet stool or a dry stool? Stool is stool. Don't worry about good karma or bad karma. So we have to worry about how to advance in Krishna consciousness.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Grandharaj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.